What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Jump Ball Central. Today we're looking at the 5 most controversial NBA players of all time. At number 1, Oliver Miller. Kicking off our list is Oliver Miller, a center from the 1990s who initially broke into the league as a big body who could work the 5 spot well. Despite being already kind of heavy at 6'9 and 280 pounds, Miller simply refused to do anything about his weight. By the end of his career, he was at 315 pounds and practically unable to consistently run up and down the court. Simply put, I don't understand how an athlete can have such a sheer disregard for how he takes care of himself. Keep in mind, we're talking about a player who reportedly showed up late to practice carrying a McDonald's bag. If that isn't a controversial image of a pro athlete, then I don't know what is. Thus, Miller kicks us off. At number 2, Jon Starks. As much fun as Jon Starks was to watch during his career, there's no denying that he was a hothead on the court. The 6'3 shooter played with heart and tenacity of someone much bigger, and at times it got him into trouble. My favorite instance of Starks' emotions getting the better of him occurred in a playoff game against the Knicks' longtime rivals, the Indiana Pacers. When legendary Pacers guard Reggie Miller did some trash talking, Starks responded by headbutting him. It may seem like a Bush League move, but to a kid who was absolutely obsessed with the Knicks, watching someone do that to a pest like Miller was just one thing: awesome. At number 3, DeMarcus Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins has only been in the NBA for a season and he's already made headlines. Just so you all know, I'm not talking about headlines that result from a rim-rocking dunk. In just 1 year with the Kings, Cousins has already developed a reputation as something of a head case. In a game against the New York Knicks last season, Knicks broadcaster Clyde Frazier made an interesting point about the former Kentucky Wildcat. When someone's trying to coach him, he takes it as an attacking criticism and gets moody, both in practice and in games. Yet, this young man's attitude made headlines in an even bigger way last February when he was actually removed from the Kings plane following an altercation with teammate Dante Green. Last I checked, rookies in any professional sports league are supposed to know their place and not call out teammates for whatever reason. In doing so, Cousins wrote the first chapter in what may be a career full of controversy. Hopefully, he adjusts his attitude and does not waste his talent. At number 4, Jason Kidd. Don't get me wrong, Jason Kidd is one of the game's most legendary players as well as one of its most charismatic. With a championship ring finally on his impressive resume, he's definitely bound for the Hall of Fame. Yet, Kidd's off-court life has not been without its share of controversy. Like my grandmother has always said, behind every hero is a dark shadow. In Kidd's case, it is the supposed history of domestic abuse against his ex-wife, Jomana. In 2001, Kidd was arrested and charged with domestic abuse for assaulting her during a fight. He pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 6 months of court-mandated anger management therapy. In 2007, however, more claims surfaced when he and Jomana were getting divorced. He cited that their marriage had featured extreme cruelty on her part, while she counterclaimed that her all-star point guard husband had numerous adulterous affairs and once broke her rib and damaged her hearing when he smashed her head against a car. We may love him as a player, but if those reports are indeed true, Jason Kidd truly does have some skeletons in his closet. And at number 5, of course, Kyrie Irving. Despite his Earth is flat claims and just his overall outbursting comments that sometimes blow up the NBA world, Kyrie Irving thinks the Nets need more talent. And he said this too. Get this. Following an 11-point loss to the Sixers, Irving was asked what his team needs to do to reach championship-level contention, and he feels the Nets are, quote, 1 or 2 pieces away, even with Kevin Durant. This quote won't sit well with teammates, and the NBA is at a point where superstars have maximized their power. Any young player in the Nets locker room has seen what Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, and now Kuzma went through in LA. The Lakers had no problem dangling their top prospects for superstars, and James had influence. Now any net must think Kyrie could have him gone next. That's a crap feeling regardless, but it hurts more coming from a player who's only worn a Nets jersey 14 times ever. especially since Irving's recent track record with teammates is hardly stellar. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video of Jump Ball Central. If you enjoyed, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below which one you think is the most controversial. And I'll see you guys next time. Stay safe and have a great day.